I actually did this when I was driving to Richmond, Virginia a while back from my home in Maryland. Too much time in the car, so I come up with strange ideas, and you people are actually turning out to be guinea pigs for this. This is the story of Rindercella. Once upon a time, in a Cornfountry war of fate, there lived a very gritty pearl named Rindercella. Now Rindercella lived with her stickit mepwother and her two dugly otters, a pair of bean mitches. Also in this same Cornfountry there lived a pransome hince, and this pransome hince was wooking for a life. So he decided to have a bancy fall, and he'd invited people for riles a mound, especially the pitch reaple. Now Rindercella's stickit mepwother and the two dugly otters went to town to buy some drancy fesses for the bancy fall. But Rindercella couldn't go, because all she had to wear were some ruddy old dags. "Please, can I go to the bancy fall?" begged Rindercella. "In those ruddy dags?" "Whoa, nay," said the two bean mitches. Finally, the night of the bancy fall arrived, and when Rindercella couldn't go, she just cracked down and sighed. When all of a sudden her Gary Modfather appeared before her and touched her with her wagic mond. And poof, Rindercella was dressed in the ghost beautiful bound and slash glippers. And then there appeared before her a kig boach and Wix height sources to take her to the bancy fall. And the Gary Modfather said, "Rindercella, be sure and be home before midnight, or I'll turn you into a tumpkin." When Rindercella arrived at the bancy fall, the pransome hince met her at the door, because he'd been watching behind a widden hindo. Rindercella and the pransome hince manced until midnight, and they lell in fove. Suddenly the clock muck stridnight. Rindercella spaced down the rares, and just as she beached the rottum, she slopped her drass glipper. The next day, the pransome hince and his men went all over this Cornfountry looking for the beautiful girl who had slopped her dripper. They finally came to Rindercella's house, and he tried it on the stickit mepwother, and it fidn't dit. Then he tried it on the two sisty uglers, the bottom riches, and it fidn't dit. Then he tried it on Rindercella, and it fid dit. It was exactly the sight rise. And so they were married and lived heavily apper efter. Now the starl of the Maury is, if you go to a bancy fall and you want a pransome hince to loll and fove with you, don't forget to slop your dripper. That is not me, that is Archie Campbell and Victor Borga. I figured two are better than one. I'd like to do a